Good morning. I'm a little early. A minute early. Oh, 9 o'clock. This is our last full day in Maine. Heading back to Florida tomorrow morning. Be there in the afternoon. What a week. Got so much done on the land. It's been so beautiful here. We haven't been here in the fall for 5 years. Just our little piece of land alone, it's got the rock wall and it's all the colors, the yellows, the orange, the reds, even still some green. Absolutely beautiful. I just saw a post on here about, it's a Course in Miracles thing that said something about an ancient, most sacred place on earth is when an ancient hatred is transformed to love. And basically, that's been the message this whole week, has been about love. Loving this. Things happen. Like situations happen. You're with someone and someone says something. And your mind will put a whole bunch of story around it. Mostly coming back to something's wrong with me. That's what the program does. Saying there's something wrong with you. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that that's the gist of the program inside? Saying there's something wrong with me, and then I can do it wrong. This has been the biggest, deepest realization, I think. When somebody has an issue with you saying, why did you do that? You don't know why you do what you do. There is no why. That's all the mind trying to understand. And if it can't understand, it points the finger and says something's wrong with you. You don't know why you do something. You can't come up with an answer. I mean, there might be some, well, because blah, 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 blah. But in the moment, it's just happening. Life is just happening. For no one. The idea of a you is that's the program saying, I can do it wrong. There's something wrong with me. And it doesn't want to feel that. It's already feeling it. The body's already feeling that. But it needs to put the wall up. Nothing wrong with me. It's you. Those freaking fingers are constantly pointing. Blame, blame, blame. My God, the blame. Unbelievable. But when you realize that life is just happening, you're not doing. There is no doer. Nobody's doing anything. And I know that sounds ridiculous to the program mind, the you that you think you are. But it's a false thing. Like, I go back to the baby. He is toddling around. There's no one in there yet. But I showed him a video today that from Snapchat. I just happened to be watching it and he came over. You could hear his voice. They had videoed him last night playing on a box. And It's not quite there yet, but it's coming. Once we take on that me, that little me, the idea of a me, that's where all the identities come from. And if some ailment happens, something seemingly goes wrong. Hi, Margie. Something seeming it has decided it's gone wrong. It will. There's a contraction in the body, and there's blame. Immediately, it's like lightning. Just notice in, I don't know, say in day-to-day life, you're holding something and you drop it. It gets dropped. It's dropped, okay? Then there's that thought inside saying, oh, what a klutz I am. Look what I did. It's underneath, constantly berating you or the body. I had this boo-boo on my finger, and I have no idea, my finger. It's so hard. Anyway, the finger has a boo-boo on it, and it was so swollen this week. It was just building underneath. Hot and red I couldn't even bend my finger like this. And, okay, you can call me crazy, but I know all of our ailments are in our head. Literally, it's projected from our minds. So I held that finger all the way to get to my granddaughter's, which is like almost an hour away from here, and went to pick her up. I held it with one hand. Hi, Laura. Nice seeing you here. Oh, and that was a thumbs up that came. That's funny. So I held it, put that middle finger around my hand, and just centered in love. Loving it. You are healed. Just little. It was building since before we came to Maine. I wasn't really paying attention. I started paying attention because I got, hi, Cher. I started paying attention the closer because it was getting more inflamed and it was like double the size of this finger. And the next day, yesterday, that was Friday, yesterday, today, it's completely normal. It is normal. There's no more big inflammation. Unbelievable. It's kind of like the knee thing. Remembered and anticipated. And that is such a stretch for our minds. I can hear inside going, what is she? She's crazy. Give it a try. Just give it a try. What do you get to lose? Send it love. That peace, that love that you are is powerful. We're just not, what is it that says we're not afraid of failing? We are afraid of how powerful we are. I am butchering that. There is a saying that says we're not afraid of our limitations, I think it is. We're afraid of how powerful we are because we're not taught that. Our minds get the idea, the program that there's something wrong with us. We spill the milk. Why did you do that? Something wrong with me. I've done something wrong. That's the message. So that's the program. And then it doesn't want to believe it's done something wrong, so it's defending. I've been accused of all kinds of things, different things this week, and it's for me. Every single thing that's come up in me, and I feel the heat rise, I know right there that it's hit a belief. So if I can, I just stop, take a breath, and just tune in. What's going on? What is the belief that's being resisted right now? I'm not doing anything wrong, and neither is anybody else. Everybody's just being who they are. That's why in the Course of Miracles, they talk about everybody is walking each other home. We're all walking each other home. In the dream of separation, there seems to be billions of us. But in reality, there's only one consciousness that's just experiencing itself through, hi, Rita. It's one consciousness experiencing itself. How else could it, if God is everything, how could good morning, I know it's not morning for you, but thank you, Rita. Thanks for being here. All of you. That consciousness is wanting to experience itself. So every single me or the program, think of us as robots. Think of this body and mind as a robot. It is literally going by what you're thinking and believing, what you're identified with. Each identity. I am woman. I am 5 foot, whatever. It's all whatever your work is. That's all identity, keeping you locked into this reality, seeming reality. It seems real. I know it seems real, but in truth, there is no thing happening here. For that baby, there's no me in a world. He's just being led by life, just like a dog. Dogs don't have a me inside. Neither does a deer or a bird. Have you ever watched a bird? They're the ones that in Florida, they're mockingbirds outside, and they are so loud. That's what I've said so many times. They're not apologizing for how loud they are, or if they're talking too much. They're being moved, but they are no different than we are. God in action, just doing their thing. And they don't have a memory that somebody did something to them. So you hold all of that angst. When you bring up a person that you believe has done something to you, you're a victim of them. First of all, my first thing is, it's for me. It's for me. Everything that's happening is for me. Then you don't look at them as the enemy. Because when you hold hatred for somebody, anybody, any angst, think of somebody who's quote unquote hurt you. Nobody can hurt you without your permission. That's Roosevelt's wife. Can't remember her name. Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, nobody can hurt you without your permission. You've already got the belief. Whatever was said and done and it hurt, nobody's hurting you. They are your wake-up call to say, oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Breathe. Get some space in there again because it's going to... Anything you hold against anybody is living in you. I was with a friend last night and she was talking about how her daughter is softening towards her. She's feeling a softening. And I was saying, I'm so happy for the daughter because it isn't about, when you blame your parents for the way you turned out or the way you were raised, because no baby comes with a manual. There's no instructions. We are just walking through this life. Hi, Phoebes. And that baby, we become a product of what? And if you hold blame to your parents for how you've turned out or what you wish was different, your parents were exactly what you needed. Exactly what you needed. And the more resentment you hold for them, that resentment lives in you. And this person I was with, her daughter is becoming softer towards her and she feels it. I'm happy for her daughter because she's letting go. But this friend, her mother has passed and she still has not let go. Her mother did the best she could. That's all she knew. Nobody's doing anything wrong. And when we judge them as doing something wrong, it hurts us because we're holding them as the perpetrator and us as the victim. That's what every ego believes, it's a victim. And as you hear this story, you start letting go of those identities that believe they're a victim. Victim, cowering. And as the identities start going, the biggest one is this body. Imagine the freedom to just be. And everybody else can just be. Freedom. Be the little love. The love, joy that we all were as children before we took on the beliefs of separation from the love that we are. That's what's real is love. It feels good inside. When you feel anger for somebody, some resentment for somebody, that's holding you hostage. That's all the false self. It's not who you are. And it takes offense to everything. It finds fault in everything. Oh, what was the fault? Oh, yeah. So something's happening in our family. Something's different is happening. Hi, Cynthia. And so it was taking offense to what's happening in our family. And I said, instead of arguing, I just said, you can offend all you want. You can be offended all you want, but that's not going to change what's happening. Being offended by what somebody else is doing. That offense is living in you. They're going on doing their own thing. They're doing their life. But that offense, that resistance, that fighting against what somebody else is doing with their life and they're not having a problem with it, it's your problem if you're having a problem with what they're doing. It's living in you. It's alive in you. And that's what causes so much turmoil, especially in families. When my mom was alive, there was so much resentment. So much resentment. Because I never felt good enough. I never, she was taught she'll have to look a certain way. I have to be perfect in dress, in whatever. So she always pick at what I was dressed because I was an extension of her. That's another thing. You're mine, so you have to look the part or something will be wrong with me. Yuck. That feels awful. Can you imagine if your kid can just be? Just be. Whatever it is. No expectations, no thinking it's doing it wrong or judging that it should be, he or she should be different. This is a big one for me. It's huge for me up right now because there's some resentment. My son resents me, and I can't do anything about it. I can't turn myself into somebody I'm not so he can be okay. I know I've let it go with Mom on her when she was in the bed dying. That changed so much for me. To see her face death courageously, no fear. And she was still ordering what I had to do. But there was no resentment. It was, I set myself free. And now thinking of her with complete love and gratitude for how the whole thing, so much gratitude, my God. I know so many of my friends are going through, share with their parents going through an ongoing, and I didn't have to. I sent them both with so much love and gratitude. And Sherry, oh, I know you're doing I admire how you're dealing with your mom so much. You are such a rock for her right now. I mean, we didn't have to go through any Alzheimer's, any, progressively. So grateful. Jeez. I'm just loving them. Even from, we have their urns in our shed on our property up here. Say hi to them. It's not them. Those bodies weren't who they are. They were never those bodies. The what left that animated that body, Mom and Dad, that spirit or whatever makes all this happen, it went back into the everything. But it's everything and nothing at the same time. Because there is no past and no future. There's only now. So, nothing happened or is going to happen. There's literally only now. Like the birds, that's now. The baby is now. There's no... Yeah, he fell earlier. Got another boo-boo on his forehead. He cried, got over it, went back to I mean, you can call him any name in the book, and there's nothing there. It doesn't matter. Because there's no identity in there. You can say to him, you're a little effing brat or whatever. I could never say that, by the way. Oh, my God. Anyway, he's just, when I walk in the room now, his arms go up. Oh, my. He cried when I came down here. When I came to our room Anyway, he's, there's no identity in there to have a wall inside, because the identity is like a wall inside that gets hit. And the thing is, it's only made of thoughts. If I called him whatever, it wouldn't matter. But if somebody believed they were, as he gets older, I'll say he's, 7 or 8 years old, and somebody calls him a effing brat or whatever, and he believes that, there's going to be reaction to it. But if we call him an effing pickle, he doesn't believe it. So he's just going to laugh at it. See how that identity, every layer of identity holds your heart hostage. It covers, it puts a veil over the heart, it puts the heart in a cage, locks it up in the cage. As the identities start going, the heart opens, mind opens, heart opens. And you don't have to resist anything. You could be like, huh. Maybe she did heal her finger. Let me try that. Maybe what she's saying, there's something to it. There's something in there. There's something that's going, remember that joy I was when I was little? Where did that go? Why would I opt to believe that I'm a person and I can do it wrong? Something's wrong with me. Or somebody's doing something to me. That hurts. And then there's that defense, that, he's such an ass. That judgment. Most people don't even realize they're judging. Last night, my granddaughter was with us and she saw clearly. She had a good education last night. She saw how our minds judge others, but it doesn't see what if you keep the blame on others in others' business, it takes up so much shit, first of all, inside. It clouds everything. It's like a thick soup to get through, to get to the heart. All those judgments, and it judges immediately. And it's holier than thou. Oh my God, I find myself doing this. When I see it, I have to laugh. Okay, there it is. There it is. Everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be, as they're supposed to be. And the word supposed to doesn't resonate. It's everybody in this dream is being moved exactly. You're never in the wrong place. Whoever's in front of you is meant to be in front of you. Who isn't in front of you is not meant to be in front of you. There's something about meant and supposed to. I can feel it. The feeling. It goes by feeling. All of this goes by feeling. As you feel into the words, as you feel, because we're not taught to feel. We're taught to be smart, intelligent. Books, you gotta know. That's all mind. You don't have to know a damn thing. Can you imagine? You don't have to know anything. Now what's your mind saying? What's it saying? You just be. Just be. Being is free. Free, just like the baby, just like the birds. Just like those caterpillars. I forgot about those little caterpillars. Don't ask me why that just popped into my head. Who the hell knows what? Those little brown and orange and brown fuzzy caterpillars. I forgot that this time of year they're crossing the road. It's always in the sun where it's warm. They're crossing the road. Oh, I don't want to hit them. I don't even want to hit a caterpillar. That's why. Oh, that's right. I want to put up a post-it. Yeah, set yourself free. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I don't even want to run over a damn caterpillar. Can you imagine? I'm putting some post-it of my son gave me some signs. Oh, where did they go? I gotta get those signs. Peter takes offense to me. I'm putting signs up on our land because we have deer on our land and we have a game camera that's watching. And my son gave me some posted signs because certain people are saying, we're going to get that there. No, I'm going to put a posted sign. Peter says, people can't shoot in this neighborhood anyway. I don't know why he's so offended by me putting this sign up. If people can't anyway, what's the sign going to hurt? But something that simple makes him angry. Angry. What makes you angry? Watch what makes you angry. what is this anger about? You're never angry for what you think you're angry about. It's always something deeper. There's a belief somewhere in there that's been hit. And as you face these beliefs and let go of them, you can be open to anything. Being open, it just comes as your mind is open, so is your heart. And you are free to love. When somebody doesn't love you, say your son doesn't love you, you don't need him to. You don't need anybody to love you because it's held within. It's what you are. There's no needs for the love that you are. There's no needs. The needs only come from the false self. It needs somebody to look a certain way or you need someone else. I need Peter to be happy so I'm okay. That's the way it used to be. If he's unhappy now, I don't have to, it has nothing to do with me. That is freedom. When you let go of what others think or what they do or what, whose business are you in is what Katie taught us. Whose business are you in? When you're stuck in somebody else's business and there's all kinds of angst going on by what they're doing in their life, letting go of that, oh, that's the best. It just frees up so much space within your head, and your heart just shines. The joy comes out like it's meant to, that before you took on this belief of I'm a Lori, I'm a Margie, I'm Alicia. If you're not, if you're just love in action, where's the problem? Is there a problem? Because love forgives. It doesn't hold on to anything. Every single resentment or bitterness or all that shit that your mind projects onto somebody else has done to you is living in you. It actually affects every single relationship you have because you're not coming from love. The love that you are, you're coming from, if I'll only love you if it looks a certain way. For the mind has so many conditions, and it can even say, I love you unconditionally, but you're a bitch, in the same sentence, and not even realize, not even be aware enough to know that labeling somebody a bitch is not love. And it certainly isn't unconditional love. That's why with my son being angry at me or whatever he's holding against me, I just love him. That's all I can do is love him. All I can do is be myself. And if it's not accepted, I don't need them to accept me. I don't need it because that love is here. That's the biggest freedom there is to have that love here and just spread it. And if somebody has a wall up for it, that has nothing to do with me. The walls are within them. The walls are the false self. Because this message is a threat to that false self, that ego, that false you that you think you are. It puts stories on everything, and every story is just another identity. And that I've done da-da-da-da-da. It's done. It's done. And if I hold myself as doing it wrong, that's closing my heart. Closing my heart, I can feel it immediately. I feel it. It's upset inside. It feels uncomfortable. Then I know There's something I'm thinking and believing I'm attached to right then. Says Alicia, I could bring you on the video. I wonder. You'd probably be the only one that would actually. I know Phoebe might do that too. Sometime I'd like to try that. We're going to have a full house here today. All kinds of kids, pumpkin carving, football, all kinds of kids and adults. It's going to be a fun day. Our last hurrah before heading back to the sunshine. Although we've had a lot of sunshine here and it's been beautiful. It's been warm. I mean warm, not warm like that. Try video, share? Okay. How do I share? But it doesn't say underneath you. It says underneath Alicia, bring them on video. Wait, I'll go back up to you. Share. All right, send an invite. Let's see what happens. It says adding. This could be cool. Hi, Cher.
Well, hello, my
Oh my
girlfriend,
goodness,
Lori.
this is so cool. Are you up at the cabin?
I am up at the cabin and I'm packing. I'm leaving this morning.
This morning? Oh my God, that went fast.
I know. I just love it up here. It's so peaceful and so quiet. And when you were first talking this morning about love and gratitude, I think it was love and gratitude. I forget the two words you're saying now.
Yeah, love and gratitude, same vibration, same feeling in the body.
So I was looking outside, and the moon has been so full and bright, right? And so it's like daytime. It's so bright and it's shining through the trees.
Ooh.
So every morning I have windows everywhere and I just sit there and watch the light coming through the trees. But there's this there's two trees together. One that's growing tall, straight, and another one that is like hugging it. It's laying over on the main trunk of the big tree. And that is love and gratitude right there. I was just like, oh, my heart was just like, I just love nature. I just,
Me
just
because
so
we are
much love.
that.
And
We are
yes,
nature.
yes.
We are not separate from nature. That's why it feels so good to be in nature.
Ah, so good. So good. And it's so beautiful up here compared where I live. It's, more of a desert. And I just love redwood trees. All the trees here are just, yeah. I've been just and I'm gonna lay under them before I leave. So it's
There
dark
you
right
go.
now outside. So
The trees here are so many colors. I'm going to put a post of my favorites that I've taken. I can't stop taking pictures of the trees in Maine. I've not been here for 5 years. And I keep just the sun's coming through them with the yellows and the oranges and the reds. Oh, Jesus. It's just so beautiful. I'm going, look.
You're so beautiful, Lori. I love you.
I
And I
love
just
you
want to come on,
too.
have you try it and come on and say, hi, I miss you.
I miss you too. When I get back to Florida, we'll get in contact. We'll do a video.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Mwah.
Thanks for
Love
trying this
you.
with me.
You betcha. I love you. I love all that you share. It
Thank
so touches the
you.
heart. And
I love you
that's,
too.
yeah.
Bye, Cher.
Bye.
Change viewer. Change to viewer. There it goes. That was so cool. I would love to do that with each one of you if you have a question. Because I'm sure there's got to be. I was so full of questions when I first started this journey from here to here. They say the longest journey is from your head to your heart. That's the longest, most grueling, not really grueling, but it's challenging to say the least. Um, When I first started hearing this, there was a lot of doubt, a lot of confusion, because the mind is not going to does not, it knows its days are numbered, but you can feel who you really are, can feel the truth of it because it feels free. So that's what makes you start going, huh, maybe there is another way. Maybe I'm not this body. Maybe this body is an asset and not a detriment. And as the thoughts start appreciating it instead of saying it's not enough, it doesn't look right, it doesn't, the judgment of the body. Peter just came in. That frees up, actually, it lets go of so much pain. So much, not only it's emotional pain, but pain in the body starts. It's as you hold on to those beliefs, it's so rigid, and there's a lot of, if you have people that you hold resentment for, that hurts you. It hurts that body. It hurts that's emotion. All that emotion is, the body has to go through it. If you have compassion and love for what it's done for you, I mean, wouldn't be experiencing any of this if we didn't have a body. Who we really are wouldn't be experiencing any of this without it. So love it. Love it. Unconditionally. Not if it does something for you, if it's blah, 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 blah. No, love it just for the way it is. Even your mind. Even your mind. Don't hate it. I went for a long time hating that ego, you know, hating it, really wanting it gone. That's what I said to Dr. Dyer when I saw him in Boston. I said, how do I get rid of the ego? And he's like, well, you don't get rid of it. And I was like, ah! Oh my God, that was like, what? And then he put his hand on my face and went, like he could feel my angst or whatever, my resistance, because I wanted to hate it so bad. And now I see it as a little girl, as the little girl before she took on all the beliefs. And I have her on my phone, my home. I have a picture of her. She's just so adorable. I just love her. That when you love this, it's a different world. It's a different way to be on this earth. It's just that joy is there for nothing, not because you got something, and there's no disappointment because our house, it's not going to happen right now. And it's not affecting my mood one bit. If we're meant to have it, it's going to happen. And I don't have any say in it. We'll see. But I still have optimism. I still feel like, I mean, when I was standing there videoing the whole thing, feeling the love, and we were cutting down trees and brought them all to a huge pile, I thanked every tree I dragged. I said, thank you for helping me to realize my dream. Every single tree I'm not separate from them. Anyway, okay, this went, almost 45 minutes. All right, all of you, thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate and love. So much love for all of you. I hope you feel it. I really hope you feel it. I appreciate every Sunday you being here, and thanks, Cher. Okay. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.